All right, we're back. Quickest ever changeover. I did that. If Alec was here, I wouldn't have done that. I did that just to piss him off.
You know what we should do? If we ever get a sponsorship for Manscaped, right?
I reckon they do. I reckon they sponsor everyone, and there'll be
they absolutely do.
Yeah, but there'll be a deal saying that we're not going to pay you jack. We're not going to pay you jack unless you sell it and you give people your code. That's the only way we're going to.
I'm not going to say any names.
Say a name.
I know some people. No, I can't. I know some people that had a podcast. They haven't uploaded in ages. Just from Perth, a couple of years younger than me. They went to CBC and stuff.
I do remember that.
And they got a Manscaped sponsorship, and I was like, sorry, but if these blokes can do it, where their whole thing is they literally just get on one of their friends and just like talk shit, and it was funny, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but man, come on, how the fuck's Manscaped going to sponsor you? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense. 0 cents, everyone.
Yeah. So my idea is if we ever get the Manscaped sponsorship and we have to do the break in the middle of the podcast,
yeah.
So we do like a fight and we go through it, and then we're like,
and we just shave Alec. Just Alec is laid up naked here, and we just shave a big UFC in his back
into his chest. No, I was thinking we're like the camera cuts, and when it opens up and we do the ad, we're all just shirtless. We're all just holding like a Manscaped 3.0.
Just waxed. Oh, yeah.
It's just like, what happened? Why are they shirtless?
Why don't no, if we're going to get a sponsor, we should get someone that we actually like, or something that we actually do.
It's not a lot of people, is it?
I know, not for me. Definitely not. But I don't know, Everlast. I wouldn't mind Everlast getting on board. That'd be good.
That's a big company, Brad. That's going to be hard to pull off.
I can do it. If we get these press passes, we deserve these press passes.
We absolutely do. We've been grinding.
More than anyone.
Speaking of which,
tell me.
My neighbour,
yeah.
Someone was grinding at the back of his house 2 days ago, and his whole place lit on fire. They had like 3 fire trucks there. Yeah.
Let me guess. He hadn't mowed the back lawn for a little while, and there's a fair few weeds in there.
His entire house is just one tree. Like, it's insane. He's just got trees and bush everywhere.
Italian?
No. I think he's an old German guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in. He got arrested last week for running around the streets naked and abusing people. He's crazy.
It's a great area you live in there, mate. Well done. That's great.
Shout out to 6163 Hammy Hill.
Hammy Hill. Perth's finest down in Hammy Hill. All right, we're getting into this.
Let's do it.
Okay, UFC 282, new main event. Sorry, we're supposed to have Jiri versus. How good was Jiri to go? Now, I'm injured. I'm not holding up this division. I'm out for a while.
And imagine he comes back and wins it and gets it back. That would be so fucking cool.
Why didn't... Because Glover was going to get Ankalev, wasn't he? And he said no to it. Why wouldn't they have given him Yarn? I think Yarn deserves it more than Magomed does.
I thought Glover got stiffed here. Oh, no, maybe he did say no to it, actually.
Pretty sure he got offered Ankalev.
Because why would they offer Yarn and Ankalev instead of Glover? Because he was going to fight Yuri.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense.
I think they offered Glover Ankalev, and he said, no, I need to prepare, because he was preparing for Jiri.
Yeah.
And obviously a bit different, those two are fighters.
Yeah.
Yarn and Jiri aren't that much different.
Yeah.
So I reckon if he was offered... Yarn's had a bit of a rough deal.
He has.
I think he
hasn't
has.
been the same.
No. I think he should have been given a rematch. But I did find out... Do you know Yarn only ever defended his belt once? And that was against Izzy? Do you know that?
No, that can't be right.
I'm pretty certain on this one, mate. So Yarn... Yeah, he only defended. He beat
Reyes for the belt.
Yeah, and
what?
He only defended it once, and that was against Izzy.
It did not feel like that at all.
I feel like he was champ for ages, didn't it? Yeah,
that's crazy.
I know. I didn't. When I read it, I had to double check it as well.
That's amazing. Man.
That's a massive win over Alexander as well. His last win. I know it was a knee injury, but to get up over him, I thought that is a tough gig.
Can you press on the Luke Rockhold win? Press on the UFC
239.
Yeah, press on that real quick.
Yeah.
Who was fighting on that?
That was Jones when he lost to
Masvidal and Askren. Okay, so this was the first card I ever bet on.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember watching it, and I bet on Masvidal because I knew his name from the UFC game. and he knocked out Ben Askren in like 5 seconds, and I went crazy. It was awesome.
So this is only when you started to bet. This wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, like I knew fighters. I knew Masvidal was named just from the game though. Like I was such a casual in 2019.
Yeah.
But then,
So you like Alec is now? Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Not that bad.
Yeah. And then just through, I don't know, and then it's just become someone I love. And yeah.
It has really picked up for us in about the last 2 years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's actually more enjoyable now.
Yeah.
Because it's not just the main event we like. Like, we had way too much research
For
on
sure.
some of these people. All right, kicking off. Early prelims. I thought Billy Quarantillo on the early prelims was tough.
Bit rough.
I think that was a bit rough. He's against Alexander Hernandez. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Alexander Hernandez was 10-1 when he faced Cowboy. So arrogant.
I'm so glad he got humbled.
And he's coming off a sub-loss to Moicano. Maybe that's it. I think Billy Quarantillo is going to get this done.
Same.
I think Billy should have at least been on prelims there. I think he's very marketable. I think he's very good.
I mean, both of them, they're both entertaining. Like, yeah, they both should have been on the prelims for sure.
He's coming off a loss, though. But still, guys on the main card are coming off a loss.
Though.
Shane Burgos, that was a big loss from the UFC.
Yep.
And prior to that, he's got one loss of UD to Gavin Tucker.
Yeah.
And he was on a bit of a run.
Yeah.
Big spike, Carlisle.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him? Next up, this is prelims now. Are we on opening up the prelims? We've got Chris Curtis against Joaquin Buckley. Chris Curtis, he was on an 8-fight winning streak.
Yep.
Jeez, he was doing well. And then he had a loss to Hermanson. Hermanson seemed to have disappeared a bit as well.
Yeah.
That was in July. This is Chris Curtis. 16 of his 29 wins have come by KO. Buckley, 11 of 15. So I reckon this is going to be round one.
Yep.
This is going to be a little bit like, I think, Tai Tuivasa versus Sergey. That's who he's fighting. That's it. Okay, Buckley. Buckley only debuted in 2020.
Yeah.
He has not been around that long.
Feels like he's been around for a while.
He debuted against Kevin Holland when Kevin Holland was on that run.
Yep.
He works the leg kicks a lot. I reckon where Buckley's going to win, I think Buckley's going to win this.
Same.
I think neither of these two guys are going to take each other down. No one is interested. And they're both having such success with their hands, I reckon. They're just going to, I reckon it's going to be round one KO.
Yep.
I don't think anyone's going to sub or take down. Let's have a look at some odds.
What I love about Buckley is he throws with power and volume. Both. You don't see that often. It's either one or the other usually.
He's trying to knock everyone out with every punch, isn't he? So what is he? Chris Curtis is the underdog, $2.08. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Billy Quarantillo. Oh, he's a favourite. Jesus, what was I looking at there? Shabazian's fighting.
Jesus.
$1.30. Who's he fighting?
Not going to watch
Roxanne
that.
Modafferi? Okay, this one here. This is going to be good. Okay, Jairzinho Rosenstruck versus Chris Daukaus. Jairzinho claims he's 6'2". That is questionable. This is my first go at Dan Magliata. Okay, this is Jairzinho against Andrei Arlovsky. Okay, now this fight here, I need to get YouTube Premium. Okay, this is 29. Okay, this is his debut. This is 29 seconds into round one.
Yep.
You have a look at how quick Dan calls this off. I think that's
ridiculous.
In round one.
Yeah.
Look at the punch.
And he didn't even get him on the chin.
You have a look. You tell me that Dan didn't know this was going to happen. You watch Dan timing it with a punch. There. Straight in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. Hey?
You got a veteran like Arlovsky, 30 seconds into the fight, gets a tap on the chin, goes down, and then he calls it. I reckon Dan was possibly on the take on that fight. I'm just saying. Dan Magliata was also the ref for... do you remember when Jairzinho knocked out Overeem, like in the last second?
Yeah.
Do you think that this should have been a KO loss? Yeah, where is he? Ready? He's getting up.
Yeah, no. I've always disagreed with that call. I think, like, he throws the punch, walks away straight away. The ref hasn't even come in yet, man.
Nah.
And he turns his back to Overeem.
Yeah.
This is like a couple seconds left in the last
1
round.
second.
1 second left.
I'm pretty sure it is 1 second left.
Like, that's sus. There's only a few fights that I think have been clearly fixed in the UFC.
Yeah.
Ben Askren, Robbie Lawler. I thought that shit was so fake,
Yeah.
right?
What with Robbie going out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Robbie went out there, put on a clinic against Ben, beat the shit out of him,
Yeah.
and then he doesn't even try to defend against
No.
Ben. Didn't try anything, and just lets him slip on this choke, which wasn't under the chin. And I understand it still hurts, that like the bulldog choke. But then all of a sudden, he like is on the fence and just goes like this.
Yeah.
Ref stops it, gets up straight away. It's like, oh no, what's going on? Just so it seems like he didn't give up. Like the fans don't look at him and be like, oh yeah, Robbie's a pussy. He can't say that because he's like, I wasn't out.
Yeah.
But I think that whole thing was orchestrated.
If anything, it made Robbie look like a better guy because he abused Herb and then said, I know, you're a great ref, you're fine.
Yeah, it was all orchestrated. I don't think that fight was...
Really?
Yeah, 100%. And this is another one.
If Overeem would have...
Oh, sorry, not this one, the one before.
Yeah. Okay, if Overeem would have stood up rather than walk off, I think that should have gone to the cards.
Yep.
I think Mergliata should have let him go.
'Cause-
I just see too many... I just see Mergliata in here with Jairzinho, and that's twice. That first one for Arlovski was early. This one here, I mean, Overeem's lip had exploded there, but I think they should have gone to the cards. And Overeem was dominating.
Yeah, he was winning.
Oh, he probably 49... probably dropped the last round to Jairzinho, but won all the others.
Yep.
That's just my opinion.
It's rough.
I'm not a fan. Okay, both these fighters, we're talking about Jairzinho and Chris Daukaus here, both fighters on a 2-fight losing streak. Jairzinho was 10-0 with 9 KOs before he fought Francis. Remember that?
Yep.
That was just a wild one. Since then, he's gone 2-4. He's been KO'd 3 times and dominated by Blades and Garn. He's been KO'd twice, not 3 times. Jesus Christ. So that last one, Volkov, put a clinic on him. Francis obviously knocked him out completely. Cyril Garn and Curtis Blades, just total domination. I think they won every round of those ones.
Yep, I agree.
His only wins are Junior, who was definitely on a slide by that point.
Yep.
And you got Sakai, who is...
Pretty good.
He was always... He's gone main card. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of his main event.
It's not like he's not entertaining. Like,
I just don't think he's that good.
yeah, he's not as good as they portray him to be.
No.
Or did at the time.
I think that fight against Francis was way too early.
Oh, yeah. And that's his fault. He called him out. So
He's delusional. Calling out Francis. Not too many people are doing that now. He was, 4 seconds to go against the Overeem. Not 1 second. What was I talking about? Chris Daukaus. I thought Chris Daukaus was part of this new breed of UFC heavyweights, like your Tom Aspinall, and just coming through.
Yeah.
But he has lost 2. He's been KO'd twice by Lewis. Got KO'd badly by Lewis
I
and
thought
by
he was going to
Blades.
beat Lewis.
So did I. I thought he was going to have no dramas. Take him down, just wear him out.
Yep.
And Derek has been known to give up.
Yeah.
I thought you get him tired enough and he's fine. So he's been quite KO'd. Both these KO losses have come in the last 12 months.
Yep.
And the last one was in March. I reckon you can cover from a KO in, 9 months?
Yeah.
That's doable.
You'd
That's
think so.
definitely doable. He took a lot of punches, took a lot of massive hits from Lewis to be put down. So he's got a chin. It's good on him.
Yeah.
He throws combos.
Okay.
Like Chris Daukaus throws these 8-punch combos, like outstanding. His boxing,
Accurate.
very, very good. I'm a big fan of Chris's hands. He doesn't throw him with the power of Jairzinho, though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. But he's a black belt as well, I think, Chris.
Chris Daukaus.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick gander. He is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This is custom made for him.
Yeah.
He's got, unless he gets clipped by Jairzinho, I can't see any way that this guy's gonna lose.
I agree.
I think he's faster.
Yep.
I reckon he's going to shoot for a takedown. I reckon both of these fighters need this win desperately.
Yep.
I'm going to go Chris.
I think this is definitely a step down from what he's fought recently. I'm going to go with Chris as well. 246.
246.
Yeah, I'm going to go
What
with
are they
Chris.
saying that I'm not?
Yeah. I don't know.
Jairzinho, he's good. He could probably beat me, but I don't think he definitely would beat me. I don't think he's $1.53 against Chris Daukaus good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That's it's a bit crazy. People forget.
They do forget. Do we review and Darren Till? We are.